I can't wait to overuse the shit out of Sunset. Hey, welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we started off our exploration of the Aurora Shelf, and this time we continue said exploration. We got a couple of Armu, as well as Smothering and Dante, who we can probably take care of. As long as we take him on alone. Or maybe, yeah, if we take on and Dante alone, we should be fine. And him turning around will really help out. We just have this plain Armu here, as well as a little Armu that we have to beat up. Well, I say have to beat up. We kind of are just doing this for shits and giggles. We're doing it because the game told us to, alright? I didn't want to kill this mother and her baby. Kinda did. I don't know, we might get some good meat out of it, and... well... I mean, Lance is the one who wants all the meat, but... I mean, I don't know. Meat and beans. Beef and beans. I don't know, it's good work. Bop you. That takes care of you as well as we have... Guguru. Babalulu! Where be you? If Babalulu can hear voice of Guguru, please do answer. We'll not accept no or silence for answer. What you yelling about here, little dude? Looking for someone? Meh, Babalulu went to fetch ingredients for delicious dinner meal, but failed to reappear. Babalulu have worse sense of direction. Hola, Yanios! With Captain Whoa! Guguru having turklets from worry. Not worried, huh? Seriously sucks for you? Yes, definitely. Maximum suckage. Oh, would you look at the time? We must be on our way before... Please do hold for 1 second! Conversation was clearly headed in assist Guguru with personal matters sort of direction. Okay, fine. We'll help you out, sheesh. Now that's what Guguru went into here. Babalulu only fashioned recently, so cannot be too far wandered. Guguru will look around here. Friends can search yonderly. To the north, yeah? Gotcha. Guguru, pray for good news. Starts off the very lost Napon. It tells Guguru as a affinity member. And we can go and focus down on Andante. Hey Guguru, you want to help us out? No? Okay. We can deal with Andante though. Probably. As long as he doesn't have a Kamehameha, we should be fine. Because that's really what got us with the, with Bombastic Rotbark Jr. A couple of nice evades in there. We're not going to be able to get this one on, this topple on the breakage, but... we can at least pop in those. And I'm going to save the Shaker Edge until we get our... God, I really wanted to go for it, but I am going to wait on it. See? That's why we wait. That's why we have slight patience. Again, we don't have Smash quite yet, but it is very, very soon that we will get it. Smash is actually quite reliable in this game. Get a little bit more evasion going on. Didn't help out terribly much, but whatever. Pop you. Almost got visions going up. We can now snag it. And evade all during it. And, okay, we barely got off the talent art. The good old Vanishing Edge. And I think that's the only talent art we can use. If I remember, I think A gets more use of her talent art as she levels up. But early on, we just get the one use of Vision. So, yeah, it's a bit meh. Weird talent art, but still. And pop in another heal there. I mean, we're doing pretty good against Andante here. Again, Arden aren't the most difficult enemies out there. There's definitely enemies that you can have more difficulty with. Goggles can be pretty tough, even if they don't have, you know, laser beams that they can shoot out. But Arden have never been particularly difficult. Even Killicorn is not that bad. I mean, Killicorn is a bit modified from an Arden, but he still is basically an Arden. And not a particularly tough one, so... Okay, he's a very tough Arden, but... like, when you get to the point where you can reasonably take him on, he is very easy. Definitely a reason that he is the easiest of the super bosses. Baby's first super boss, because he is also just... I mean, he's the... level-wise, he's the lowest... well, starts off as the weakest super boss in series history, because the super boss term is just fan-made up until this game, I think. I think they use a super boss in this game. If not, then it's at least a distinction. And let's just topple you. Get launched. Get launched, nerd. Yeah, do all those backflips. Do a nice little regen. Remember when when Ace said, you know, oh, they track our Mobius powers. We're using them for really trivial things, like beating up a cow. It's a very big cow. Very important cow. But still a cow. Well, basically a cow. They're like rhino cows. But still, that is a nice beastie taking care of. A couple more items grabbed. And I'm going to actually boost up... I'm going to give a new accessory to A. To give her the Harvest Necklace, I suppose. And that's fine. Still have a lot of armor that we can take on. In addition, Ether Gel.
We could grab some.
Yoinky yoink. Give it a good old slurp.
This shouldn't prove too
Before beating up some more cows. This time they're baby cows. Kinda cruel that they have the little Armu just as a separate thing. And, oh, they do actually have the plain Armu come on in. It'd be kind of fun if they had Enraged. But, nah, they don't give normal enemies Enraged. That's a little bit much. Not particularly necessary in order to have, like, every single enemy have an Enraged status. So they just... there we go. Nice little Ouroboros power. I swap between Ouroboros and Ouroboros. They're, I believe, both correct pronunciations. But what can you do? They normally pronounce it Ouroboros. I normally pronounce it Ouroboros. But again, they're interchangeable. A lot of words like that end up being kind of interchangeable. A lot of the words stolen from other languages into English. Well, I mean, Ouroboros isn't really like stolen. Like you don't really use Ouroboros that much in regular speak. It still is very much a Greek word. I think it's Greek at least. I hope it's Greek, otherwise that'd be embarrassing.
clean them out. Over here.
Alright. Want to be pretty cautious with here because this can actually be a pretty tough incursion to deal with. Because you can end up getting pretty overwhelmed. So we're going to sneak in the dead of night and slowly pick them off one by one. Well, or in this case, 2 by 1, I guess. And I don't want to go too far out. Okay, we're probably going to... If we don't take care of him early, then we'll run away a little bit. Because I do not want to aggro more enemies than I need to. Lure is a lot more useful in Future Redeemed because well, enemies have their aggro arts, or whatever they're called. Their first strike arts, I think, is what it is. So you getting the jump on enemies is very important. It's not really a big deal in base game, whether or not you get the first strike, but here it can actually matter quite a bit. Another thing I will mention, there is very little range in this game. Everyone is a melee fighter, so, you know, makes it even more important. Here, Bard. Bard, come over here. Come hither. Fine, you're gonna just stop there, and I'll beat you up. Yeah, it's pretty important to get the first strike. Can be very useful. So many beans. Should really stop eating so many beans, Matthew. And what we want to focus on, the Tirkin totem, because it can summon in reinforcements. So, it would be very nice to just not deal with that. Which is what I was trying to do, but instead we did accidentally trigger it. Okay. Run away. Especially doesn't help if we aggro... Oh, it completely resets. Oh dear. Like I said, that's actually a pretty difficult one up there. So... Alright, Arrow Tirkin, I'm stealing your shit. Stealing your shit. Yeah, it can be a little bit difficult. We'll pop back for the incursion that we miss as well in the whatever the place is actually called, the forest. We'll pop back there once we get party members. But right now it's just, again, we're fighting with three people in a game designed for 6. It's not terribly long until we get our 6 party members though. Again, this game does very well about getting you your party members early. It is a little bit of an issue in 1 and 2 that you have a couple of... You can be a little bit late in terms of getting your party members. In 2 especially, you don't get to take for a while, and there's quite a bit of game where you only have 2 party members in a game that is designed for 3. Xenoblade 1 does pretty good in terms of your party member composition. You get your you get 3 party members pretty early on. But, yeah. I mean, you end up fighting in 2, you fight with Tora, who is very limiting early on. You fight with Tora for a while. I mean, you do get Nia pretty early on, but, like, again, Tora is really bad as a party member until you get Cutie. But, yeah, well, what can do? Can we actually sneak around? We do a nice little sneaky roundy. Probably not? Maybe.
Good morning.
What's up, Shegwin?
Come here,
You know what? Screw it. We'll try to fight Shegwin. Oh, come on. Thank you. No, move a little bit closer. Move a little bit closer, Shegwin. Don't make me come up there. Alright, fine. I will come up there. Okay, we're actually far enough out that we might be able to take care of this. We might be able to deal with Shegwin by himself. not terribly confident in it, but we may be able to. And if we do, I'll see about doing this incursion. Nah, I'll still wait for our 6 party members before we do the incursions. We'll be very over-leveled for it, but it can be a chance to show off our final 3 party members, because we get them all at the same time. Again, kind of similar to base game, you play as 3 for a while. It's a little bit longer here than in base game before you get your 6 party members, but again, it still isn't long at all. And you are doing a lot of damage to Nicole. Not a fan of that. And really, we just straight up miss. You. Alright, we get the topple. We're not going to get the launch, I don't think. Just because Nicole's just coming back from dying. Just, you know, minor case of death. It's fine. It happens to the best of us. But if we can actually keep aggro for a while, should be fine. Unfortunately, we do get hit with Blaze. It's going to do quite a bit of DOT. But we are in the regen fields, which will help. Nicole should hopefully have aggro by time I perish. Is not. No. Focus on Nicole. Focus on Nicole. Focus on Nicole. Focus on me. This actually... Oh, we are kind of... No. No, stop focusing on A. Do not focus on A. Focus on the tank, not the healer. Unflame, unfortunately, that's a lot. He inflicts a lot of DOT. Launch you. I probably should have waited a little bit. It's a very quick launch in terms of from using it to it going out to actually working as a... There we go, let's time that pretty well. Nicole's a little bit more focused on timing, just because he has the Say Assault, which is mid-art damage reduction, and Total Destruction is also reducing mid-art damage. Gonna go back to Matthew to focus down on Shegwin and get a little bit more aggro on him so that when Nicole dies, because he's likely to die again, I think. Yeah, he's probably gonna die again. That A will be able to revive him. We are getting a little bit close to the incursion for my liking. We should be able to topple again? Yes. And that means we are able to launch again. Okay, this is actually going very well. I'm surprised. I kind of expected us not to be able to do this, but... I mean, we're doing pretty well. I probably should have seen about... maybe... damn, we didn't even get the... I'm gonna save the Revolt Uppercut for a little bit. Punch you. Is evade, nice for timing. But we can actually just take him out. It's weird not having the pause for Soul Hacked. And I forgot to... well, whatever.
Time to give our report.
Indeed, 'tis time to give our repertoire. Over to Berber. So let's go and pop on back to good old Double Burr.
Okay, we've arrived.
Hello, Double Burr. Yo, we got your stuff? Further appreciation! We'll hasten to analyze stone samples now! Well, I'm asked to try this, friends! Berber found top location thanks to. As per promise, Berber allow early access privilege to friends as soon as dungeon finish. Sweet. So when's this dungeon of yours gonna be done by? Oh, not long! Maybe 100 years, give or take? 100? That is quite the far-sighted endeavor. I guess we won't get to try it out after all. Meh, that terrible shame! Then could friends at least use words of mouth to spread knowledge of? That way, someone's sure to take on a challenge 100 years hence! You wanted to keep us talking on about it for the next 100 years, nothing or something else. Ah well, no one knows what the future holds, I guess. Alright, we'll be sure to keep it in mind at least. Well, Adventure found out about him. Apparently it's going to take 100 years before the dungeon comes to fruition. Perhaps someday some other bold adventurers will dare to challenge it. Indeed, some bold adventurers will do just that. But what these bold adventurers are going to do is finish things off. Next time, we continue on our way, and we'll let you do some story progress. But until then, see you guys later.